It's Oscar night!
Oscar night!
It's Oscar night! Nadia, it's Oscar night. Did you know it's Oscar night?
No.
Is that why you're wearing a stripy top with a lightning strike on it?
Oscar night!
It's Oscar night. What do we think of the Oscars?
We love them!
What do you think of the Oscars?
She loves them. I don't love all of it, but I like a lot of it.
What are the bits that you don't like and what are the bits that you do like?
I don't like embarrassing speeches.
I love embarrassing speeches.
Really
That's
cringe.
what makes the Oscars.
Yeah, the cringe.
Like cringy. You always
I
need
don't
a
like
cringy speech.
overlong speeches.
They never do.
And I don't like it if one film wins award after award after award.
Yeah, but you would if it was A Star Is Born, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if it's
Exactly.
I found that BAFTAs became excruciatingly dull.
Yes.
And actually, I had a friend who was there, and she
Yes.
said it felt like a sentence.
That's why it's always better to watch it on
it's
telly
really
because you can
boring.
always cut to loads of other stuff. Well, two of the things that you say you don't like, I love. I love excruciating, embarrassing speeches.
You need at least one.
Exactly. At least one. That's the talking topic. Let's not forget the year that Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway got pulled out the wrong name.
Well, God, it
You know, you need catastrophe. They
Or
can't.
Catastrophes,
Gwyneth
all right.
Paltrow's crying.
Gwyneth Paltrow's crying. It was the most
Apparently Sally
cringe.
Field before that. Was
You
the
like
one
me.
Sally
who
Field,
You
but also
really like me.
And also, who was the other one who kept going on and on and on and on and on and just wouldn't shut up?
I love the dresses, though.
I love the dresses.
Because we don't get any more. I mean, Hollywood glamour, true glamour, doesn't happen really so much.
You're excited about the dresses?
Yes.
Yeah.
How far,
Even
be
I'm
honest
quite
team,
excited.
how far have you got through Oscar ceremonies?
Oh, that's an unfair.
Come on.
I usually make it to like the last one, and
do?
I fall asleep just before the last one.
Before
I
Best
think
Picture.
I definitely made the whole thing when Leonardo won Best Actor.
That's
So
true,
like-
you do.
I fall asleep after supporting actor.
That's the first nomination.
We fall asleep together, don't we, Kiki?
That's
But
totally
what I
justified.
do not want to sleep through is Lady Gaga's performance
Well,
of Bradley.
That's quite far in.
Yeah.
I'll be fine if you're sleeping down here. Cause I'll be like,
We are all sleeping downstairs to watch the Oscars. Mum, have you ever committed to watching the Oscars?
Yes,
She
and I
gets quite
go
far.
until the I go till the last.
You get to
Thing.
costume design.
No, the
No.
last thing at the beginning.
Oh, right.
So-
Best supporting actor.
Best
What do you mean?
supporting actor.
La-
Best supporting
So hang on.
actor.
What you mean is you get to the last thing at the beginning. What's that? The beginning.
The first one.
So you don't get anywhere.
First
All right.
one. First
Okay,
one.
so it's been a great year for. Let's talk about the actual Oscars. That's the ceremony. So we're going to be tuning in tonight. We're going to be posting this now. So as you watch it, we've just posted it, obviously. We're going to move through the awards that are going to come at us tonight, and there are the 6 main awards, really, aren't there? There's the acting awards, and then there's the directing awards, and then there's the best picture. I also think this year, because of A Star Is Born, I think best song is quite an important one. I think of all.
I want to see Shallow performed.
Want to see Shallow perform?
by the way, I just watched Star Is Born.
Kiki's up to speed, and we just saw Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Yes.
It was a crushing disappointment for me.
Yeah,
A crushing disappointment. That's all I'm going to
that's
say.
weak to say.
So those are the 6, but I would also say that one of the other ones that's a key one for all of us this year is Best Animated Feature. Because, of course, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is in there. And
Of course.
I
It won the
personally... it did. It won the BAFTA, it won the Golden Globe, and for me, it was one of my top films of the year.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing.
it is amazing. You need to see that. You do need to
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
So let's run through them. So Best Actor in a Supporting Role. So
It's Best Supporting Actor.
Best Supporting Actor. We've got Mahershala Ali for Green Book. We've got Adam Driver for Black Klansman.
That's
Sam Elliott, the brother of
Is Born.
Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born. Richard E. Grant, who we just saw in Can You Ever Forgive Me, and Sam Rockwell playing President Bush in Vice.
Straight away, Kiki's got very strong opinions on Sam Elliott, brother of Bradley in Star Is Born.
I didn't understand one word he said. All I heard was
Kiki, I'm going to high five you on
Yeah.
that because I didn't. He mumbled.
He was emotionally very powerful, but if you can't
Yeah.
understand him, you can't win
I
an
just don't think he
award.
was good at it. He was only good at the car scene when he starts crying.
Yeah, when they
And
reverse it.
when after Bradley Cooper killed himself, he's just like really normal, like.
No, he's not. He's crying.
Well, that's
he's
it. It's
crying
straight.
at the beginning, and then it's like.
I like that. That's a really specific contribution. What do we think of Adam Driver? You were both huge fans of Black Klansman.
And
right?
me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
You
me.
too.
Oh,
And
You
me.
too. And you. What do we think
No,
of? But what do we think of Adam? I tell you what's contentious for me about Adam Driver being nominated is the fact that what's the name of
We
the
never
lead actor. We
remember it.
never get his name right.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel
Something.
Washington's son.
Why?
John-
I don't think I've ever known.
John David Washington, isn't it? John
something
David
like that,
Washington.
Yeah, something like that.
Why, if Adam
Two
Driver,
first
if
names.
Adam Driver could be nominated for Best Supporting, why on earth would he not be nominated for
That's
something?
very true.
I think Adam Driver was good, but not as good as.
No, I don't think he was as good actually.
I think they just didn't have many Best Supporting Actor.
It's a week year with
Choices.
Best Supporting Actor.
It is a week. Well, and then we've got Mahershala Ali, who I thought was very good, but
Oh, that's our
Excuse
dinner
me.
coming. Stay with us.
Yeah, go on, talk about Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali. I mean, I enjoyed his performance, but it was an odd performance. It felt mannered.
Yeah, well, I haven't
But then
seen
I didn't
it.
know whether that was,
He was
just
supposed
the
to be
essence
mannered,
of the
wasn't he?
character. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he was so stiff with what he was and who he was and when he was growing up. So I mean, I really enjoyed his performance.
Wait.
Well, I haven't seen the
Mahershala-
film, but the one in Moonlight.
Green Book, the guy who was
Yeah.
in Moonlight, he plays the
Kinda dad.
the guy that is being
I mean,
driven
I haven't
around.
seen Green Book, but like the clips that they played at the BAFTAs and everything, he looked good, but he just looked very normal. It
No,
just
yeah.
looked like a
Good.
very like
I think his
just
mannered.
underplayed performance.
It's very
Well,
mannered.
yes, which-
It's very mannered, but Nadia had a very good reason for that. I mean, I do think that was probably, if you look at the photos of the real man that he played, the musician, he looked incredibly sort of princely and
Yeah.
like he almost had to manufacture this
Sometimes
veneer.
Yeah, but sometimes it's that fiction. What is it? Fiction stranger than
Life.
what's the-
Yeah, a bit like I,
And I
Tonya.
think the thing is, he's so unbelievable. But I think he was very close to who that
Oh, no,
man
he
No,
was.
sure he
probably,
was,
but
he
like I
was.
just think that some of the other actors in that category are more deserving.
But you
Out
haven't
of
seen
all
the
of-
film, Maddie, and when he plays the pain
I'm
of
sure,
his,
I'm sure.
the pain that he
I'm only
showed.
saying it from
Well-
what I've heard from
I
you
don't
guys.
think
You
the
guys
pain
said
was
he's
very
he's
good.
nice.
Oh, I did.
Certainly
I
not
thought that
the
scene in the rain when he was
I
caught
really
and,
liked
and
it.
No,
stopped.
I didn't. I thought that he was off.
Well, then we got Richard E. Grant in Can You Ever Forgive Me? Now, we've literally just come out of the cinema, haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Now, emotionally, if I was putting my cards on the table, emotionally, I want Richard E. Grant to win.
Because we love him.
Because I love him.
And because for years, With Nail and I was my favourite film. In my teenage years, I just loved it and played it over and over again.
And
So I was hoping I was going to get that, a turbo With Nail. But what I got was With Nail Light.
Well, yes, it was. And Sam Rockwell's very good, but he won last year.
He
It's
did.
too
For
small
three-
a part.
For 3 billboards.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
He won
yeah.
for 3 billboards, and it's a tiny part. I mean,
It
really,
is.
it's a tiny
They're
part.
in trouble for Best Supporting
Best supporting.
Role.
So let's put.
But if you think about it, there weren't many choices.
No, there
That's
weren't.
what I mean.
However,
So
Beautiful
Sam
Boy.
Rockwell's the guy who played the drunk cop
Yeah.
in 3 billboards.
Beautiful
yeah.
Boy deserved a Best Supporting Actor, whether it was Steve Carell.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why
Steve
didn't-
Carell did
That's an
it.
interesting
Steve
point,
Carell should have
actually.
been
That's an
up.
interesting point. Either Timothy or Steve
Yes.
Carell should have been thrown into this category
Yeah.
when you
I
look at the
thought
quality
Timothy
of
Chalamet,
these.
if they couldn't give him Best Actor, would have they would
Best supporting,
yeah.
at the least. Yeah, I'm
That's
surprised.
ridiculous.
So let's go around. So who are you gunning for out of Mahershala Ali, Green Book, Adam Driver, Black Klansman, Sam Elliott, Richard E. Grant or Sam Rockwell?
Adam Driver.
You're going to go for Adam Driver. Maddie.
Adam Driver.
Nanny Di.
Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant.
I think I've
Even
got-
though I didn't think he
No.
was the best, I love him, and I think it would be the most incredible thing if he won.
Yeah, I
we'll
think
be
it's-
crying if he wins.
We'll be crying if he
Yeah.
wins.
We
I
love
get
him.
goosebumps at the
We
thought.
Well,
love
yeah,
who
I'd
he
be
is.
happy if he won, but if I'm going to go for acting and
Yeah.
the film itself being a good
Mm.
film rather than Can You Ever Forgive Me, then I'd say Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. I would. Here's a contentious thought. I want Richard E. Grant to win, but when I look at those performances and I actually think about them and examine them, having seen all those films, I actually think Mahershala Ali deserves it.
So do I, out of that category.
I do. So next up is Best Support Actress in a Supporting Role. Best Supporting
Best Supporting
Actress.
Actress.
Now this is a curious one. There's going
Very,
to be
very different.
Now,
Yeah.
some of us have seen. Poor Kiki hasn't seen any of these films, but we've got Amy Adams, who you know, who's in Vice. I think you may have seen some clips from that. Marina de Tavira, who is from Roma.
Is she the?
I believe she's the.
Oh, she's the mother.
She's the mother, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Because Yalitza Aparicio is the
Is the-
actress in a leading role.
Yeah.
So she's the mother. We've got Regina King in If Beale Street Could Talk.
Which I still haven't
Right.
seen. Which
You've
I'm
seen the trailer for
desperate-
that as
She
well.
looks
Very good,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
mum,
mum.
yeah.
Yeah, the mum. She won the Golden Globe. And
yeah.
then we've got a battle of two
Oh,
fabulous
no.
performances.
Yeah,
which for
it's
me,
agony.
Emma Stone from The Favourite, who we know
Rach-
from La La Land, and Rachel Weisz.
From The Favourite.
So, guys, who deserves to win in that
I
category?
can't tell you. I can't say.
I'm just gonna say Amy Adams because I love her.
You love
Yeah.
her, yeah. And she was very good. She was
was
very
very
good in
good.
Vice. What do you come on, we all saw The Favourite.
Well,
No, but I tell you what, I think we forget that the mother's performance in
Yes.
If Beale Street Could Talk was really amazing.
It was
yeah, it
phenomenal.
was. It was.
She was really good at playing the kind of conflict.
She was fabulous.
You know what I think's going to happen? I think because it's too hard, you can't put a piece of paper between Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz.
No, you
I
can't.
think that's
Both
going
get
to.
it.
No, I think
Oh,
it's going to nudge it to Regina King. I
Yeah.
think they'll.
Oh, do
They'll
you?
decide not to pick
they'll decide
either.
not to pick either.
Because I was going to say, I can't. I want one of those two to win.
Yeah.
I think out of the two, I want Emma Stone to win.
Sure. Yes,
Oh,
I
so
it's hard. I couldn't
As soon
choose.
as I settle on one, I then go back to the
Yeah,
other.
I absolutely agree. And the other reason I think Rachel Weisz won the BAFTA is, of course, British. It's the British Academy
Yeah.
Awards. I think there was a little bit of kind of home ground and all
Emma
that.
May.
She's
Well.
also really good in another big film, Disobedience, which hasn't
Yeah, she
been-
was. It was her year. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it
in
was.
terms of what they're being voted for. So
Yeah.
you're hoping Amy Adams. You're hoping for
Emma Stone. I
Emma
think I'd
Stone?
say.
Either
You got-
Emma Stone or Rachel Weisz, one or the
not
other.
Regina King. You loved If Beale Street Could Talk.
No, I did, and I loved
Again,
her
I'm
performance.
blown away. Why is Regina King nominated and not Kiki Lane? I mean,
Exactly.
it's bizarre.
There's some weird sort of
Weird,
shit.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, weird
stuff
shit going on.
on.
So you're saying one of those two. What are you going for? Either one of the
As
favourites?
soon as I jump on Emma Stone, I jump back to Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
Just say both.
Both.
Either.
Both, either.
I'd be happy with either. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, I'm gunning for.
I'm going to say Emma Stone because Rachel Weisz got the BAFTA.
Yeah, I think I'd like Emma
And Emma
Stone.
Stone was worked her
Emma
arse
Stone
off.
won La La Land.
It was
didn't she? She
phenomenal.
won Best
Yeah.
Actress.
Yeah.
I
She
think
was
Regina
phenomenal.
King will win.
Has Amy
Do you?
Adams ever been nominated?
She has. I think she's
She
won,
has.
hasn't she?
She's won,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah. I can't
yeah.
remember what she's won for.
She's very good in voice.
She's very good. Okay, then we move through. The next awards are for costume design, film editing, original score. We're not going to go exhaustively
No.
through everything, but I think If Beale Street Could Talk, I'd like to win the original score. Just thought I'd chuck that in there. Now, can I just, for me, I've gone to see the live-action short films. I saw Detainment, which was about the James Bulger story. I'm going to put my neck on the line here. I think an outrageously cynical piece of filmmaking.
Oh.
Fauve, which was a brilliant film about a boy who gets trapped in a what's it called? Concrete, soft concrete, but in a sort of mining
Cement.
area. He gets
Okay.
stuck, trapped, and it's horrific. I won't ruin it in case you see it. Marguerite, which is about a woman, lesbian carer, caring for an old woman who's also a lesbian but has never acted out on her lesbianism and is asking the question, what's it like to love a woman? Very sweet.
Oh.
Mother, which for me, now I think the Oscar for Best Live Action Short should go to either Mother, Spanish film, or Skin, an American film. Mother, about a woman who receives a phone call from her son on a beach who has been left, he's 6, who's been left by his father and doesn't know where he's gone. And it just runs in real time. And it gets me, I was on the edge of my seat.
How long was it?
12, 15 minutes.
I want to see all these films.
So
that you
economic in
mentioned
its
so
telling,
far.
but then Skin came along, which is a film about a neo-Nazi
Don't tell them what happens.
Midwest family, and it's about the retribution that's meted out to the father in this family,
Sounds
who is
brilliant.
a fascistic racist, and it's
Awesome.
one of the most original twists.
When can we
in a
see
film.
these films? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
so
funny.
I hope it goes to Mother or Skin. I think I don't think you can split it. But can I just say, Detainment, cynical.
Oh, and that's the one that people will have heard of.
Horrible.
The most.
Anyway, actor in a leading role. Best leading actor.
Well,
So,
there's no
do
discussion
you want to
here.
read them out, Ned?
There's Christian Bale from Vice, who was excellent.
He was excellent.
Bradley
Cooper!
A
Oh my
Stars
God.
Born. We're all in love with you, Bradley. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
At Eternity's Gate.
Well, he plays,
Oh, is that
he
the Van
plays
Gogh?
Van Gogh.
Van
Yeah,
Gogh.
apparently he's
I want
brilliant.
to watch that.
I want to
Rami
watch
Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody. Viggo Mortensen, Green Book, who I
Well,
really enjoyed. He's
yeah,
he's
he did.
becoming a bit of a
Bradley.
favourite actor for me.
that. Now, Viggo Mortensen.
Obviously Bradley.
You want Bradley? Well, I mean, I think we all feel. Now, can I be devil's advocate? Do we all feel the way we feel about Star is Born? Because as a family, we understand the ravages of alcoholism. And it's a surprising film about addiction and alcoholism, isn't it?
I think we're going to feel it more keenly, definitely, because look at our girls. Look how it's moved them. I just think if you have a huge heart,
Yeah.
it will.
If you don't like A Star Is Born, you've got to really consider what kind of a human being you are.
So,
And if you have
And I know
any
lots of
feelings.
people that have felt as deeply as we have about it and haven't got addiction in their family.
Yeah.
True.
So it's a beautiful
I know people
film.
who were like, Star Is Born didn't make me cry, but Bohemian Rhapsody really did. I was
So
like,
how does one counter that? Because there's been a backlash against, but so Bohemian Rhapsody's done so well at the box office. It's just gone over $1 billion. It's the highest grossing biopic of all time. It has captured the popular vote.
Yeah.
If you criticise it, it's almost like
People get so
so angry that you query any part of it. And I can categorically state, I can almost say it's an empirical, scientifically proven fact that it's one of the worst made at times films I've ever seen. That doesn't
Not
mean...
scientific fact.
No,
If you could... No, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, right.
There isn't such a thing as a scientific, but that's my point. It's so apparent in how awful... And there's one scene which has been doing the rounds on social media which shows you how bad... Okay, it's not just about the editing, but it was... I mean, we leant over to each other and were breathless at how bad it was. I mean, breathless. But how do we feel if Rami Malek... He's cleared up everywhere.
No,
He's the favourite.
it's ridiculous. I haven't even seen Bohemian Rhapsody because I don't want to see it because all my friends say it's really good, but a lot of my friends didn't like A Star Is Born, so I don't really trust their judgment. All of you guys have said that you didn't enjoy it. I've seen enough clips on Instagram and all the other social media platforms of just the acting scenes, not the performance scenes, the acting scenes, and I've never cringed so much in my life. He is so bad in it.
Yeah, I think
He can't even speak.
His teeth were like that.
But they're like,
No, I know, but if it's gonna stop you from being able to act, then maybe you should consider whether those teeth were a good idea or not. But I think his teeth are actually like that.
Yeah, they were.
It's like that.
In real life.
But the thing
acting,
is, you know, it is hugely popular,
And he's won every Best Actor award so far.
He's impersonating someone.
There is that argument. There is that argument that his is much
Bradley
more of an
Cooper
impersonation.
also put so much work into it. He learned how to sing and he learned the guitar and the piano.
Well, we all know we want
practicing
Bradley
for
Cooper.
about
True,
a
and
year
in fact,
or
just
two
on a musical
leading
front,
up
Rami
to
Malek
it.
mimed, didn't he?
And he mimed. He didn't even sing, which Bradley Cooper did. And Bradley Cooper's not a singer.
I think we have to really prepare ourselves for the fact that he is going to win.
No,
and it's
I know
going to
that
be
Rami Malek's
devastating.
going to
Now,
win.
what I've
and
heard-
sorry, is this best actor?
Best
Yes.
Actor. But what I've heard on the grapevine, and we haven't seen it, and this is a major error of the Popcorn Junkies, but all of the really sort of, you know, serious critics are saying that the best performance of all five is Willem Dafoe.
Well,
I mean, a lot of them are saying
yeah.
it's one of the greatest performances of Van Gogh there's ever been.
We haven't
Well,
seen
the
it.
trailer looked.
The trailer, he
Why
does
haven't
look
you
great.
watched
Because it wasn't on Netflix and it wasn't on Apple.
No.
It is on Netflix.
It just slipped through the net, so
Yeah.
the jury's
We'll
out
find
there.
a way to see it.
We want Bradley Cooper. Who do you want?
Yeah, I want Bradley Cooper,
Bradley.
but
Christian
I
Bale?
didn't think I loved Christian Bale, but no.
Okay.
He's
But
also a really horrible person.
I loved Viggo Mortensen's performance.
Well,
I loved
he was
Viggo
good.
Mortensen.
You know,
Loved
Viggo
it.
Mortensen was the dad from Captain Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Really
thought
good.
exactly, and I thought the difference in his performance. He was absolutely in the part.
Yeah.
He was wonderful.
No, he was very
I mean,
good.
the problem
Yeah.
is what we all have to admit is we have all, including Mark, fallen in love with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
in the
well,
film.
I've
so
been in
we
love with
are,
Bradley.
we are, so we
I've been
are
in love with him since
blinded.
The Hangover.
We are blinded by love. So really, we
Yeah.
can't be quantifying this without.
No, that's true. I have started sending him love
Because we're in
letters.
love with him, he's also gives
I
a
know,
great
Dan,
performance.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's a brilliant.
And he puts so much hard work into
And
it.
I have to say, I caught the first
Brilliantly
15 minutes. It
directed.
is brilliantly directed, but that's a different category.
Yeah, no.
That he wasn't nominated
That he-
for.
well,
may I
and so
remind
best
you.
actor, another big absence is it strikes me strange that Beautiful Boy isn't in there at all.
Hasn't
Yeah.
gotten anything.
Hasn't
What
gotten
is
anything.
going on with that?
Hasn't even gotten, best picture or anything. I was
Why is
expecting it
that?
to get something, but it
Why
didn't get
is that?
anything.
Have you seen any analysis on why? that
Maybe,
is?
well, don't know. Okay, so
because
best leading actress.
When the trailer
sorry.
came out for Beautiful Boy, in my head I was thinking, wow, that's going
It's
to
a
get
shoo-in.
nominated for
It's a
the-
shoo-in,
Because
yeah,
although
yeah.
Timothy
Yeah.
was good in Call Me By Your Name, his performance was nowhere near
No.
at the same level as it was in
No.
Beautiful
Do you think
Boy.
Timothy should be in the Oscars?
Shit.
Yes.
It's without
No
question.
shit, Sherlock. Did you see that bit? Do that bit? Yeah. Leading actress. We have Yalitza Aparicio, and
Who's that?
Have
she's in Roma. I have to say, she was very good.
was fantastic.
She was very good. Glenn Close,
Was
the
very
wife, she was very good. The
Excellent.
film around her, I thought, was weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, the
Stunning.
favourite.
Brilliant.
Lady Gaga,
She's my one.
Star is Born. And Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me? I thought Melissa was good, and it was lovely to see her perform in a serious role.
She
but
cannot win the Oscar,
She
though.
cannot win the Oscar.
cannot
win.
And she won't.
She
She won't win the Oscar.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Well, I think for transformation from a place of a standing star as an actress, I mean, I know she's done a few bits, but
Stunning performance. She tore me to pieces. Today, the girls were watching A Star Is Born again.
Well, I did
and I
forget
just
how
came
good
in,
it
and
was.
when
Her
she
first
came
film.
onto that stage and sings for that first time, I instantly had tears pouring down my face. Anyone that can touch me like that, oh my god,
This
they
is
have
when
to.
people really annoy me because whenever I mention like Lady Gaga being nominated and if people are like, who do you want to win? I'll be like, oh, Lady Gaga would be good. They were like, she's got a lot of stuff to work on. Her acting's not great yet, and I'm like, it is her first ever
It's her
film.
first movie,
Yeah.
and it's a
And her performance is pretty
But I
darn
don't,
great.
I don't
raw
agree. I
performance.
think
I
her
don't agree.
acting was
No,
raw
me
and
too. But
fantastic.
even for people saying that, it's her first ever film, and it's a pretty tough part to be playing for your first ever film.
Absolutely, yeah. But there was another name you said. Just go through the names again. Sorry.
Roma, Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, Lady Gaga, and Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, interestingly, although I loved Roma Inside Out, and I thought she was very good, the leading actress. But I'd say of those ones that you've said, Olivia Colman actually.
Well, I tell you what I think. I think Glenn Close is going to win it.
Yeah, I do.
No
I
doubt.
do.
No doubt.
Really?
She's an
Yeah.
absolute
Not Olivia
doyen. I
Colman?
don't think she's won the Academy Award
No,
yet.
she
She's
hasn't.
always
She's
escaped
not-
her.
She's had
So many
decades
times.
of great work.
She's equivalent to Meryl Streep,
Yeah,
really, in
she
sort
is,
of
she
history.
is.
Her moment.
Yeah.
And Olivia
But she never won an
Colman.
Oscar before.
No.
And I personally would like. For me, it's a toss-up between Olivia Colman and Lady Gaga. I think for the stretch that Lady Gaga went to, from where she was and what she was to what she delivered, I think every other actress in that lineup of nominees would pine to perform like Lady Gaga did. you know.
Yeah,
So I think it's not
And so
about
real.
yeah, and so real. So
She's so
yeah.
natural.
Quickly, animated feature film: Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs, Mirai, which I don't know, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, Spider, of course.
You're the only one
Definitely
who hasn't
Spider-Man.
seen it. It's got to be
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
But the annoying thing is that I love Isle of Dogs.
Yes,
as well.
I did too.
Yeah, it's a
far
cute.
more.
It is
But
a cute film.
definitely Spider-Man and Spider-Verse because it was because
was
that animation's never been done before
It was
as well.
revelatory, wasn't
Yeah, yeah. Best director: Spike Lee for Black Klansman,
that would be
Pavel
amazing.
Pawlikowski for Cold War, the
Which
film
was
we want to
also
see.
amazing.
That Maddie saw the trailers for, the
It's the
clip.
most boring.
Maddie saw the clips for Cold War during the BAFTAs, and
Black
it was
and white, like
it was-
still like this, and all they
So
were
is
doing.
Roma. No, it's good.
Oh,
Yeah, no, Nanny Di loved
really,
it.
I want to have a snuggle
Yeah.
up in an afternoon
I
and
fancy
watch
it,
that
yeah.
film.
Yorgos
That
Lanthimos
is
for
not
The
my idea of a
Favourite.
nice-
Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favourite, Alfonso Cuarón for Roma,
Yeah.
Adam McKay for Vice. Vice was very good, but it had a lot of
lot of
issues,
gaps
a lot of
directing.
gaps. Alfonso Cuarón is going to win.
Yeah, he ought to.
I personally want Spike Lee to win.
Same.
Oh no,
I
I
want
want Spike Lee to win.
Yorgos
What did I say?
Lanthimos.
I can't wait.
You want-
Spike
yeah.
Lee.
I can't
Yes,
wait
I-
to see what Spike Lee's wearing.
Yeah,
He
he can't.
deserves
Yeah,
it
I mean,
as
Spike
well.
Lee is so funny,
Oh, it's
huh?
He deserves it as
Yeah.
well.
He does deserve it. I mean, you might sometimes the Academy. Sorry, go on.
Well, Spike Lee deserves it as Glenn Close deserves it if she wins it. I mean, not that
Well,
I
but
want
you
to
see,
get
of
it.
all the award ceremonies, the Oscars does tend to, I think, reward people not just for the film in question if they
Yeah.
feel they've been ignored.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that
like
was the thing
Scorsese
with
winning for The Departed.
Leonardo DiCaprio winning The Revenant.
Exactly.
It was a great performance, but he's done better things
Precisely,
in the past. But
precisely.
they felt bad that they
Yeah.
hadn't given him any.
So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
personally, on an emotional level, would like Spike Lee. On a sort of sheer exuberance of filmmaking, I think Yorgos Lanthimos
I think
deserves
Yorgos
it.
Lanthimos.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Which one's that? The Favourite.
The
It
Favourite.
was,
yeah.
it was
Breathtaking,
brilliantly
yeah.
directed.
Right.
It was the tightest direction I've seen out of any film
Yeah.
in the last couple
Yeah.
of years.
Oh,
and
but I
it was
really want
experimental, and it was brave, and
Mm.
it was just all round fabulous.
Because I did my project on Spike Lee, I really wanted
Yeah,
to.
it
Ah.
would be
Yeah.
paying him back for all the work he's done.
Well, also,
Absolutely.
yeah, and it was a really important film to be making
Yeah,
as well, and
it
especially
was.
the message that was at the end.
But you know,
And I
we're not
thought
a
everybody-
school. We're not a school to go, well, they've had a good run. It is the Oscar. It's the highest, most competitive
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
And it really should be taken on the film that year.
No,
Yeah.
but the point is, it just isn't though. Like,
No, it isn't. I mean,
should
in
be
the
there. It's
same
not
way
whether
as
we
Glenn
think
Close.
it should. It's
Well,
whether-
I don't. Yeah, I think it might be this year. I'm just
think you
going to quickly intercept foreign language film only because there's Shoplifters, which you saw, Japanese
it's
film.
very
You
good.
liked Roma. Now, this is my bête noir this year with the award ceremony. Roma. Why is it being nominated in Best Foreign Language Film and Best Picture?
That's really weird.
I think
No,
that's
it's fair.
greedy. It's greedy.
And if it
it's
wins
ridiculous.
both-
and if it wins
It's
both,
gonna
it's
win
just
everything.
boring.
It's
That's why I'm
nominated.
worried that it's going to be a boring Oscars.
It can't be. It can't win both.
Well, it can because
It
it, won
can,
both at
it
the
can.
BAFTAs. It won Best Foreign and it
Is
won
it?
Best Picture.
You can't be put in a
I think
category
they
that
should
you
be
can't
a,
win.
I think there should be a subcategory that it can't be nominated for Best
Well,
Foreign
that's
Picture if
that's
it's
what
been
I'm
nominated for Best
saying.
Picture.
That's what I'm saying.
But in there is the film that I personally want to win is Capernaum, the Lebanese
Capernaum is-
film, which I just thought was a remarkable film.
I want it to win, and I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
And Nabeen Labasky or Labaki, you're there. Another one of the only female directors to be
Yeah.
nominated in any way, shape, or
And
form.
did you hear about the little boy in that film? Betty,
Little
tell me
girl.
the boy though.
She's a girl.
No, there's a boy and a girl in Cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
No, I'm talking about the boy. Has been given a house in Norway.
Really?
With his family and everything
Oh,
to live
wow.
there.
Zane, the boy, the actor who played Zane.
They lived there and everything, and they were struggling, so they've been given a house in Norway.
Oh my God, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Of course, just jumping back to Best Director, what was absent from the Best Director list? Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, we said that.
I'm furious.
Can't get.
He
can't
wasn't
get my head around it.
nominated.
Wasn't nominated.
That's just.
And it's a beautifully directed
And how
film.
can you nominate Best Actor and Best Actress and not Best Director?
Exactly.
Because they can only be the Best Actor and Best Actress. If
Well,
the
although we did see a film tonight
No,
that has
it's
two
not.
good actors in it.
yeah, but I don't think they were best.
No, they weren't
actors
best.
worthy or anything.
And so
It was
the
good.
final one is Best Picture. Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Wow.
I don't think Bohemian Rhapsody will win this. I think Rami will get the actor. The Favourite, Green Book, Roma, A Star Is Born, and Vice.
Star is
Oh,
Born.
Star is Born.
Star is Born.
I'm pinning all my hopes to A Star Is Born.
That's Best
Best Picture.
For me,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
best.
I forgot how beautifully shot that film
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it
I
really
mean, for
is.
me, I'll be happy if it's The Favourite or A Star Is Born. Anything else, I'm going to be depressed.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've underplayed
No,
The
I'd be
Favourite
happy
tonight,
with The Favourite, A Star Is Born, or Black Klansman.
I tell you
Black
what-
Klansman
Yeah,
was
but
well
don't
shot as
forget-
well.
Be happy with Black Klansman over The Favourite and Star Is Born.
But also, people need to say whether they've seen Roma or not, because if you haven't, you
No,
won't
we
know how
haven't.
good it is.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, in that
it's
respect-
beautiful, but I
But
win
then
Best
the
Foreign
problem
Picture.
with me
I
is
think it
that
should win Best Foreign
I
Picture.
can see that it was beautifully shot and everything, but the same as Dad. In fact, it's been nominated for so many things. I don't really like.
No.
No, but what I think is it should win Best Picture, but not Best Foreign Picture. I don't think it should.
No, I
have been
don't. I think it
put
should
in.
win Best Foreign Picture and
Yeah.
not Best Picture.
Well, no, because there were lots of good foreign pictures this year.
Well, that means all the better for its achievement.
If it wins the
If
Best
it wins
Picture,
Best,
it
best
no, no,
Picture,
I'm saying-
it's such a
Should be up
skew
for
with
Best
comparison. A film like Roma alongside Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Klansman, or Black Panther. I mean, it looks odd.
Black Panther.
I just think it looks odd. I tell you what, I've got a theory on A Star Is Born, and I think Warner Brothers should learn from this. I think A Star Is Born has suffered from
Shaking.
Star Is Born has suffered from fatigue in that it was released so much longer ago than The
Yeah.
Favourite. If you think of all these other films, The
Yeah.
Favourite, even Bohemian Rhapsody, have all been released much closer to the Oscars, so they're fresher in people's minds.
Yeah, but when do the votes come in? Not now.
No.
They've been decided.
No.
ages
It's not
ago.
about when the votes come in, but it's how long the films are out. So there's a sense that The Star Is Born has sort of been there, so people have kind of got a bit weary of it. But the
No, but
votes
it's
didn't
the
have to get.
Academy
Yeah,
that
but the
decide.
Academy has a
No.
period of time to vote in. So once it's been out for longer, it's got less of an impact, which is why they
You've forgotten
cram all
what
their
it's
films
like.
further down
Because
the
although
end.
I've always loved A Star Is Born, like watching it, a bit of it today, I was
Yeah.
reminded of how.
Yeah,
much
same. So was
Yeah,
I. Kept being
yeah.
snagged and drawn in.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's everything's
us.
up. There's a few other notables in there. Best original screenplay, I hope, goes to Paul Schrader, First Reformed.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
excited if he gets
What
it.
about Best
I've
Documentary?
seen-
But I would be
That's-
equally excited if The Favourite gets it, because of course of the lovely story of Deborah Davis. She's been nominated for an Oscar. Went to screenwriting course in an evening.
Wow.
20 years ago,
Seeing the
so
story.
read a little piece that big in the Standard about
Yeah.
it. Never heard about
Wow.
this queen. She was a keen historian, and she thought, how do we not
Yeah.
know about this period in history where 3 women
Controlled the
ruled
country.
the
Whoa.
country?
That's
It was
amazing.
buried. The story was
Yeah.
buried.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
you've got
about Best Documentary?
best documentary. We haven't heard of
The
most of
Queen
those.
wasn't nominated for that, which Kiki's outraged.
McQueen wasn't nominated.
Yeah.
No, Free Solo. I've got a feeling Free Solo will win, but some of the others.
Or
Are...
they will not grow up.
An original song. We're all hoping Shallow. Mark Ronson.
Oh, let's give a little blast.
In
I'm
the
off the
shallow
deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground.
And you?
Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now.
What's it? Come on.
In the
Shallow,
shallow. In the shallow.
Anyway,
In the
have a good night, everyone. Enjoy from the Popcorn Junkies, and we'll be back tomorrow to sharing whether the right people won. Go on.
And please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.